Welcome back to Southern Lightwork. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to attempt to try to clear some energy with a good positive reading. The last one I just did was kind of whack, so I want to clear that. So bear with me if you are interested in a love reading. Hopefully it will be a good one. I am also trying to get my lighters to work. See there. Trying my best to learn how to use these butane lighters, and it's got fluid in there, and for some reason I think I still got some air trapped in there. So okay, yeah, let me not burn my house down. That would not be advisable right now, especially since it's not my house. So Palo Santo. I am going to use my tincture symbols. I'm going to make 3 tones. They may be kind of loud, so if you need to adjust your volume, please do so now. To clear the air, clear the energy. Put them over myself too. All right, one more. Okay. Please, Spirit, only give us messages that are intended for the divine masculine, divine feminine. Only those intended for our highest good. Clear and true. Please make me a clear message, a clear vessel through which to bring channeled messages from the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I'll clarify with some tarot and some breakthrough. Your breakthrough is coming cards like those. I just got some. So I'm going to pull from this Burning Heart Love Oracle first. I want to get 3 messages from the divine feminine to the divine masculine, and 3 messages from divine masculine to divine feminine. See what we get. I think it's cool when the same message comes out, so that gives me, of course, mirroring energy. Yeah, I'm gonna shuffle one more time. Might get some charms at the end if it's not too long. Okay. Messages from divine feminine to divine masculine. On the other side of this 10-10 portal. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as I was before. Okay. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. I numbered these, even though they didn't come numbered. What else, Spirit? I can't go another day without you. Okay. Sounds like some raw truth from the divine feminine. I love that. Truth is the best. I'm going to see what's at the bottom of the deck, what you don't want to tell your masculine, and then also what your masculine may not be ready to tell you. Let's see. We can uncover some burning heart messages. Wasn't even supposed to have this deck. I've talked about it in other videos, but like I tried to order this other deck from Amazon literally 4 times. Like I had to put the order in so many times because it kept sending me this deck. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want it. And I was like, but there are no coincidences, so let's use the deck. They sent me another one. And so I kept both of them. And I turned them into divine masculine, divine feminine decks. So turn lemons, to lemonade. That's fine. It's worse things. There are definitely worse things that could have happened. All right, messages from your divine masculine. I'm ready to take my mask off. Okay. So somebody's not been completely honest. I'm scared you'll reject me. Oh, wow. Okay, baby. That's real. And one more. I realize all the mistakes I've made. Wow, this Divine Masculine has done some work. Has done some work for sure. That's what you want. I'm sorry, my allergy test and it's itching so bad. I hope it's not coming through on the video too much through my mic. So Divine Feminine is I'm ready to pour my heart out. I've been working on myself. You've done your work too. You've both done your work. And the numbers, we've got a 27, that's a 9. A 48, that's a 12, reduces to a 3. And a 35, that reduces to an 8. So we got a 9, a 3, and an 8. Those could be significant for you. Somebody could be born in September, March, or August. Or on the 27th, or the you can't be born on the 35th. Not in this realm. And for your Divine Masculine, we got a 7, a 4, and a 5. So bottom of the deck, what you don't want to tell your masculine is the distance between us is killing me or kills me. I think you can tell him that. Maybe there's some reason why you're holding back. You know why. And what he or she, depending on your dynamic, I'm in love with you. That's a 9, and this is a 9. Yo. They're both 9s. We still got a few more months in this year. It's not over yet. This could happen in a 9 year. I'm not doing timelines though, because I don't have that power. I can't determine what is actually going to happen and when. I actually don't like when readers do that, because it can give you false hope. Because I don't think that they're like being manipulative. I don't think they're lying. I think they're pulling on the cards in energy, because each of the suits is supposed to stand for a speed of time. So swords are the fastest, wands are next fastest, cups are next, and then pentacles are the slowest. So if we're thinking about the elements, air moves very swiftly, like can't even see it. It's always moving. And then wands, fire moves very rapidly, burns everything in its way. And cups, water, even erodes mountains. So, but it takes time for that. And pentacles, earth, even longer. Like how long it takes for bones to fossilize. Like just thinking about in terms of the elements. So it makes sense, but it may not be relevant. I'm just saying, just came to mind, so I said it. But I'm going to get some tarot to see what else we can learn about these messages that you want to share with each other. Truth is always the best policy, just being honest, saying how you really feel toward each other, and letting that be what rules the connection. Because any deception, it causes fractures. Like even if the deception has nothing to do with the two of you, if you let deception from other people come between you or to have any place in your connection, then it's going to be bad. You got to either deal with that or it's not going to work. So operating in truth is always, and not just in my opinion, just like there's no way you can say being truthful is not the best policy. It just is. Everybody deserves the truth. Everybody deserves to give it and to receive it. Okay, before I get into another soapbox, let's see what tarot says about, and I'm going to do this, I'm just going to pull cards for the link between you two, right? So I'm going to see what the tarot has to say about, I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as I was, and the masculines, I'm ready to take my mask off. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. And it's also the beginning of communication. There's a conversation that needs to happen. And as it was taught to me by a very good teacher, tarot card or tarot reading teacher, aces are not inevitable. Like, you know, people will say that, oh, you got an ace, that means this is happening, this is coming. They're not inevitable. That's the beginning of this suit. This is the beginning. This is the groundwork. This is the investment in the communication. If anybody's ever bought stocks or put money into a bank account, you know that it either moves really slowly if you just put money into a traditional bank account, even if it's like a high yield savings account, it builds slowly. And it may not. The market can change and you can lose I put my money in an account. It's supposed to give me a 5% interest rate. It has knocked down to 3.75. So there's no guarantee. There is no guarantee, especially in the stock market. So just take this as, and that's not to be negative. It's just to be honest, you know, like this is the beginning. You're both ready to begin communication. But just take it with, you know, don't put all of your hope into that, because it's just that. It's the start of something. If you're both committed to it, you both want to be honest, you want to be truthful, you want to bring your true selves to this, then it's here. You're both ready for that. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile and I'm scared you'll reject me. It's clarified by 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you want to work together. You want to work together. That's also for some people the Marrying card. It's just the beginning. And maybe this talk is going to be about, do you think we could make it together? As long as you get over this fear of, or you move in spite of this fear of being rejected, Divine Masculine, your feminine wants to make you happy and wants to make you smile. That is absolutely not rejection. And you can come together to do that. For I can't go another day without you, and I realize all the mistakes I've made. Ace of Wands. It's another ace, y'all. More potential for a new beginning. New passionate beginning. And there's all this fire, you know, just on these cards. And in the Ace of Wands, like, it's passionate. There is a passionate connection. I can't go another day without you that is a no nonsense. Like, I'm at my limit. I'm at the end of my rope. I want you. I want to be with you. The distance is killing me. And your masculine is in love with you. So it's like, we got confessions. And for a masculine, if we're dealing with a man, like, societally, this is not something that they ever want to say out loud. That they're afraid of rejection. Are you kidding me? They're supposed to be macho. They're supposed to be lady killers or whoever they date. They're supposed to be racking up points. They're supposed to be conquering. But to say out loud that they're scared of rejection by a divine feminine, that's probably keeping them up at night. It's not easy. The bottom of this deck is the 6 of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is coming home to somebody. This is somebody you know. Somebody that you've been in a relationship with in the past. I don't know why I looked. The devil is behind that. Look, there's some attachment that they still have to deal with, possibly. And that can be an energetic attachment. Maybe their fear of rejection has been an attachment, has been an energetic attachment that has kept them from moving forward. Maybe it's made them move in the wrong directions, but they want to come home to somebody they see as home, that they feel good about, that they feel comfortable with, they feel like they can be their true selves with. That's lovely. And so, to get some cards from your breakthrough is coming. I think I'm going to skip the guidebook on this one because they're kind of straightforward messages on these. I'm going to see what kind of breakthrough is coming for this divine masculine, this divine feminine collective. Really happy for you if this resonates, because these are good. These are honesty. It's coming. Working together is coming. If you've worked together before in a professional sense or just in a relationship of some type, platonic or romantic, This is not going to be somebody that's hurt you so much that you shouldn't go back, that you shouldn't even think about entertaining their communication. Like, you're going to know that this is maybe even somebody that you never saw that way. Like, you might have realized you had feelings for this friend that you never thought you would have feelings for. It happens all the time. It doesn't just happen in the 80s movies. I made a few in the 90s too. I don't know of any more recent ones because I'm of a certain age, but those were some of the best rom-coms, right? When you find out that you realize one day that you're in love with your best friend. Because that's what a lot of us skip in the relationships that have not worked out, is that we haven't been friends. We haven't prioritized friendship, and that is like the thing that makes it last. When you get to, my parents were married for 39 years until my dad passed away, and they started kind of late in their 30s, but according to, societal standards, I think when you're in your 30s, you're more ready for it. Usually, if you're, more mature than you could have been at 22. Let's just, be real with it. But when you have a chance to like become friends first and really get to know each other and really like each other, for even if you're completely different, if you're completely opposite, the friendship is the foundation. And my parents were still very romantic and very cute together, lovey-dovey until the end. But like, the friendship was the basis. They could laugh together. They helped each other out. They motivated each other. They were a united front in parenting. Like, I couldn't go. My sister got in trouble, I heard, before I was born. One of the worst punishments she ever had was when she said she was going to tell my dad on my mom. Because it was like, no, we are the same. You can't get a no from one and get a yes from the other. They agree. So that was a harsh reality for her. That's how it should be. You should be a united front, no matter what you face. If you have kids or not. If you have pets, you got to agree on how you raise the pet. Like, it causes all this undue stress and strife when you don't agree, or when you can't even discuss when you disagree, So that's a good foundation. If you're friends, if this is somebody that you're already friends with, that's lovely. All right, your breakthrough is coming. Let's get 3 of these. For the connection, what breakthroughs are coming for this divine masculine, this divine feminine? Or what's the advice? You are becoming. Okay, so that feels like individually and collected together. There's pink and blue in this card. Colors are significant. You are becoming. So whatever your masculine, feminine energies, and I'm taking that as the stereotypical blue and pink representing male and female, but I'm not tied to that, right? It's just visual. It's a visual interpretation that I'm seeing that as like kind of the temperance card, that there's an equal balance. Both of you have balanced your masculine and feminine. You're dealing with your emotions. So there's both of you are embracing your feminine energy. But at the same time, there's fire, there's passion for each other, which is masculine. So there's both, which is what you want. What else? Done is better than perfect. Yeah. So you don't have to be perfect, There may be this temptation to be perfect, which is a myth. Nobody is perfect. Nothing will be perfect. The situation, the circumstances will never be perfect. Whatever you're dealing with individually, when you come together, of course, you want to try to work out as much as you can before you come together, so you're not bringing as much baggage. You're going to have a bag or two. You're going to have a carry-on. You're going to have a suitcase, a briefcase, a messenger bag, something. Even if it's a brown paper bag, you're going to come with some baggage. No matter who you are, no matter how much work you've done, no matter how much you've been in therapy, how much you pray, you're going to bring some baggage. But some of that is to be worked out with your partner. What a concept. Like, people like hold off on making offers or proposing, or like, the folks, and this is no shade if this is your story, but like, you've been in a relationship with somebody for years and they just don't propose. If that's something you want, if you want to be married, You both established that you both want it, but somehow the question has not been popped. And you know, this is coming from somebody who's never like dreamt of walking down the aisle. Like, it's not something that I used to really, really want or think I wanted. I've been in relationships, long-term relationships, but it wasn't the thing that I dreamt about, right? My wedding day. And some people do. But when you realize that, like, the things that you need to do when you're in a long-term relationship and you've decided that you have not discussed marriage, or you haven't made the move toward marriage, if that's something that both of you value, then you got to examine, why is that? Why have we not taken that step? Is it one of us? Is it both of us? Are we both hesitating? Are we both afraid? Is somebody feeling like they're not financially stable, not emotionally stable enough? You got to get to the bottom of what that is, because if you've established early on, this is our value. Our values could be to live in a house rather than an apartment, or vice versa. I don't want to buy, I want to rent. And then what you're doing is inconsistent, like the behavior is inconsistent, then you got to get to the bottom of that. But that's what happens when you're friends, when you can communicate. Then it's not all about passion. It's not all about sex. It's not all about what we look like to the outside world. We're actually working on ourselves internally. Done is better than perfect. Make the move. Do what you say that you want, individually and together. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be pretty all the time. That's like I said, it's a myth. It's going to be ugly sometimes. It's going to be hard. But when you do it, and you know that you get over the hurdle of just thinking about it, being in your head about it, 8 of Swords energy, then you might surprise yourself. You might surprise each other with what you can do when you just make the move. One more. The risk is worth the reward. Exactly. It's worth it. It's worth it to take the risk. It's worth it to step out on faith. It's worth it to just pull the Band-Aid off, light the wand, pull out unsheath the sword, like, to just do the damn thing. It's worth the reward. Even if you do something, you take a risk on something, on someone, doesn't turn out how you want it. It doesn't turn out the way you expected. You always learn something. If you're open to learning and you accept the lesson, then you go on to the next level. You level up. It's worth the reward because of what it does for you to have taken that risk. You know, the most important thing is that you decide what risks you're going to take, and that you're not always taking risks that end badly. You know, like that's a sign of a lesson not learned. It's a sign of a karmic cycle not completed. When you keep thinking, or you keep ending up on risks that turn out badly, then something needs to change. Something needs to shift. And that's for you to decide. It's not for me or any of the reader or anybody else in your life to tell you. That's something that you got to go within to figure out, what am I doing that I keep ending up in this same karmic cycle, the same karmic loop. And at the bottom of this desk, at the bottom of the deck is, what if it works? Exactly. You're becoming. Done is better than perfect. The risk is worth the reward, because what if it works? What if you're resilient? What if this plant breaks through this mud, this concrete? Get it out of the mud. What if it turns out better than you expected? That's when the what ifs are okay. As a therapist, I talk about what ifs all the time with my clients, like people that are in their head, they're depressed about something, or they're anxious about something, and their what ifs go toward the negative. Like, what if it doesn't work out? What if she rejects me? What if I don't get the job? What if all of these what ifs to the negative. What if you think of what if on the other side of things? What if it's okay? What if I don't die? You know, you got to consider the other side of the what if, on the other side of a portal. The what if you had on October 9th needs to be different than the one you have on October 11th. I mean, if you believe in this portal stuff, I think it's real. I do. I think it's I honestly feel the shifts in the energy. I feel the difference in my everyday life. I feel like I've gotten through whatever this emotional barrage of, you know, uncertainty, sadness, frustration has been all over me the past couple of weeks that I've been fighting through. I feel like I've made it to the other side of that. What if it works? What if I'm okay at the end of all this? If your perspective has shifted, then you're winning. You can tell them that you're in love. You can tell them that the distance is killing you. You can tell them everything you need to tell them, because there's a potential for new beginnings, new communication, being able to work together. Yeah, that feels really good. I hope y'all feel it, because I feel it. It's nice. Nice to hear some good news. For sure. All right. Couple of charms. I always go crazy with these charms. I let it get out of hand, so I'm going to try not to pull 20 of them. And I'm going to stop drinking coffee in the afternoon, too. So I say now. All right. Spirit, give us some charms for this energy, please. I'll say let's do 3 each, since we got, well, let's do 4 each, since we got 4 cards for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. Give me a card for Divine Feminine, please. I'm sorry, a charm indicates what's to come with this. The energy. A dinosaur. Specific, I guess that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So if you're pulling dinosaurs, like, this feels like you're ready to pounce. You're ready to jump on this. You're ready to stalk this person. You're ready to, as a predator, like, you're ready to get this Divine Masculine. Like, it's giving me charge forward. Even though he's facing, he or she is facing the left, I think that dinosaur is, yeah, you're ready to move. You're ready to move forward, I think. And stamp on whatever gets in your way. I get a seahorse. It's a tiny little seahorse. But seahorses are absolutely masculine, feminine energies. The anatomically male seahorses carry the babies, and so feels like you have balanced your masculine and feminine, which is exactly what you want to do. Ooh, a spider. Creativity. And I mean, is it a spider or a crab? Body looks like some type of spider, I guess. So creativity could be important to you right now. Could be very essential to what's going on in your life right now. Maybe you're using your creativity to balance your femininity. Your sacral chakra is vibrating intensely right now. And one more for what's hidden for the feminine. For this hidden message, a rose. High vibrating, delicate. I guess that's a rose. It looks like one. I think it's supposed to be. Or just some type of flower. Like, the petals of a rose are extremely delicate. Need to be handled with care. So, yeah, you're absolutely feeling feminine. Masculine in you probably wants to move forward, but you're still balancing your creativity, your passion, your femininity. That's beautiful. For the masculine, a wrench. Ooh, that's giving me 8 of Pentacles. They're working on something. They are using their tools. They are working on this Ace of Swords. Maybe they're writing. Maybe they're trying to figure out what they want to say. One more. Follow your heart. They're being guided either internally or by somebody they've shared their feelings with to follow their heart, despite being afraid of rejection. Because done is better than perfect. I know that's right. Another, please. Our divine masculines. Oh, that was 2. Libra. I keep pulling Libra out of here, out of these hundreds of charms. So being a Libra could be, you could have Libra in their chart, prominent placement of Libra, south or north node, any of the 3. Oh, just had a heart stuck to me. I'm going to put that back in there. That's funny, had his heart stuck to me. Yeah, somebody stuck on you for sure. Yeah, so Libra, we're also in Libra season for a couple more weeks, so this could be something. This could be timing. I don't really do timing because I don't like to give anybody false hope, because there's no way that I can possibly know that. I don't even think we can pull on it. And even if it's true for the energy today, it could change. So, you know, just take that with a grain of salt. Don't try to force anything. Something significant about Libra is the message. And another for your masculine. Sunglasses. Yeah, that's a kind of a mask to hide your eyes. They're ready to pull them off. They are still hidden, but they're hiding their eyes. There's maybe something significant about your eye contact with this person. Maybe they're ready to pull those off. They're dark. And this charm, when I first pulled it out, I saw this side of it, and these look like, you know, those 80s glasses that had the horizontal lines that you could actually see through. So maybe this is the side that they're changing. I flipped it over. It came out like this. So maybe they're slowly removing those sunglasses, because they're ready to make eye contact with you. They're ready to tell you the truth. That's lovely. All right, one more just to wrap it up for the 2 of you. One charm, please, Spirit. So pull all this together. Which is a bow, which pulls it all together, that ties it up in a nice little bow. It could also indicate a gift, that you want to give each other a gift, a tangible one, an emotional one, a verbal one, you know, just whatever that means for you. It's going to be tied up in a knot, in a bow. It's going to be sealed. It's going to be completed. But I'm also I'm getting a gift. You're giving each other a gift of some type. So that is lovely. I like it. I'm happy for you. You know, be hopeful, be optimistic. What you want wants you. You have different messages for each other, but I mean, and these are interchangeable. You might want to tell each other the same things. You know, it's just, you may have to say this first, whatever you need to get out first, and then you might find out that you really do feel the same. Counterparts usually mirror each other. Maybe some telepathic communication, but it's like you have the same message if you're in love with each other. You don't like the distance, but you might find that your feelings are the same. So Godspeed. I hope this comes for you quickly, whenever it does. Just be prepared for it. Be ready to receive it. Be ready to speak your truth. There is nothing better than the truth. And so it is. Thank you for watching. This is from my imagination to yours.